welcome to the 12th annual MGP Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year show. I'm Kev, and with me, as ever, the sheepdog Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
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 Oh, you're getting a bit eager there, Anna. What's that all about?
Because everyone talks over me, so here I am.
Well, we have an order. If you just stuck to the order, then no one would talk over anyone.
Is there an order?
Yeah, sheepdog, you, then Pab. It's been that way for like 4 years.
I just wanted to get in there. Last one of the year, I think.
Well, it's the first one of the year, actually, because this comes out on Saturday.
First one of the year. I thought I'd change it up.
Just set a precedent for 2022 that you're gonna get in there first.
Something has to change. It's been a couple of years where nothing's much changed, so I'm going to start the change.
Are you talking about life in general or the podcast?
Just the world, Kevin, the whole world.
What are you proposing change to?
Just the whole world.
I mean, the world's changed quite a lot in the last couple of years.
I would like to go on a broad holiday. I would like to go to the shop and not have to wear a mask for once. I would like
do you think the catalyst for all of this is you saying your name slightly faster?
I would like to see the news that's nothing to do with a virus. I don't care what it is.
You're going to hate this review of the year we're about to do.
I was going to say, this is probably not the podcast for you, Anna.
The thing is, everyone I know has got it now.
I haven't got it.
We haven't, but family have got it. Friends have got it. It's just like...
My wife's got it.
We don't have any friends.
Exactly. Sheepdog's wife is our friend. We know her name.
Is she?
We know her real name.
I don't have a phone number. I would say, by definition, for someone to be my friend, I'd need their phone number, which is why Pab always refuses to give me his phone number every time I ask for it.
You've got my number.
All these years, I still do not have your phone number, Pabby. That's why we only communicate by Twitter DMs, even when we're away.
How have I got your number, but you don't have mine?
Because I've given you my number, because I've said to you when we've been out and about, here's my number, call me if you need to get in touch with me, and you never did. So I never got your number back again. I'm
fairly certain I have messaged you.
No, you haven't ever. I would know. I'd have that framed on my wall. After all these years, if you ever sent me a message or phoned, I'd answer the phone if you rang, Babby. And that is saying something, because I don't answer the phone. I wouldn't know it was you, of course, because I don't have your number after all this time.
Good point.
But if I did, I promise I'd answer the call. But if you sent me a text now saying, Kev, it's Pabby, then I'd be like, oh, wow, I'm having that framed. Anna knows I am something of a framing man these days. Anytime I get any kind of decent picture, I get it framed, because she expressed an interest in having framed photographs about 4 years ago. So now I just constantly, anytime I see a good picture of anything, I get it framed and give it to her.
Can we just put this? Four years ago, and only now is it happening. 4.
Have I ever...
I couldn't afford frames 4 years ago, Anna. We were newly self-employed back then. Now we've got frame money.
A complete stranger printed out one of my tweets and framed it and put it in his toilet.
No.
He'd for a laugh announced to the world that the editor of The Sun was doing an Ask Me Anything, and he wasn't, but he announced it and kept bringing it up for a week. And then on the day, everyone kept sending this guy questions, and then I wrote, "Are there any more questions?" And he replied, "I can't keep up, I'm sorry." And the guy took a picture of our exchange and put it up in his toilet. So I'm just on this guy's toilet wall. Like it was one of my profile picture was my face. So my face, this guy from The Sun's face, just on this guy's wall. He took a picture of his toilet. Man. Very weird, but it always makes every now and again I remember
he's not listening.
I wonder if it's still that he's not, because he was just some random bloke. I just saw the thing was going viral, but I know I'm on some strange...
Everyone listening is just some random bloke or lady, probably. We don't know very many of these people.
Thanks for reminding me. I'd considered them all close personal friends and would have gladly...
That was the case years ago when we were able to meet up with them. We've not seen any of this lot for a long time. I already didn't really know any of their names, and that's why we would always have name badges at MGPX and stuff like that, because not a clue, no idea who any of them
I
are.
was calling them all Pab, basically, but now we know this Pab, I think, sort of. I take pictures of him so I remember what he looks like.
Yeah, you creep.
I check through my phone every event. I mean, you don't have my number, do you, Pab?
No, I know I've got Kev's number, and I very nearly sent her a message, and I thought, do I want that on my head?
Bearing in mind, you opened this Discord call this evening with why were you sending me Twitter DMs at 12:30 in the morning? It woke me up. Can you imagine what would happen if I had your phone number?
Exactly.
You'd have to change it.
Yeah. That's why
you have no choice.
Your address,
have to change it. I have got his address. I might start sending you mail.
Oh, right. We're going to become pen
Sending
pals.
you letters saying, please can I have your phone number, Pabby? Oh, yeah, I'm going to send you loads of handwritten letters. You'll love this. I'm going to get a calligraphy set.
I prefer that than phone calls at 4 a.m.
Well, I'm going to send you posts. I'm going to post these letters at 4 a.m.
Pab can
Then what
post
you gonna
back
do?
one number at a time until you got the full phone number.
Kevin,
That'd be great.
I
Yeah.
don't like the fact that you've put a tweet out about the bedroom services.
Why?
Just
It was
reading,
completely
I'm
accurate.
reading all the messages, all the replies. I'm not best amused, Kevin.
To give everyone some context as to what Anna is saying, because this is a podcast that people will be listening to in years to come. I noticed our most downloaded podcast on Christmas Day this year was last year's Google Zeitgeist show. So to give this some context, we're buying Andy a new bed. Anna's paying for the bed, but she asked me to pay the £35 to have his old bed picked up. So I did. I sent it to her. With the reference bedroom services, and then put a picture of that on Twitter. The amount of people who completely missed the gist of that and not read the reference. Even
I saw
Sheepdog's
it.
talking about
Yeah.
going to the tip.
I saw it. I knew exactly what it meant. I just was saying, if you're getting people to pick up the bed,
Yeah, stuff it.
staple a load of rubbish to it.
Stuff it, yeah. It's a
Yeah, when I got to
divan.
pick up my fridge, it's full of everything. I mean, oh, this is a heavy fridge. I'm like, yeah, don't try and open it. The door's broken, but it's actually just full of
Stuff.
evidence.
Nice. That's been collected from your home address. There seems to be a hole in your plan.
Well, no, it's been collected outside my neighbour's house. But go on.
I feel like I should introduce the show properly, because this is the Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year show.
It's
You've all
been
slipped
12
into
years.
your
You've not introduced
normal...
properly in years.
I actually listened back to last year's show in preparation for this one, because what I was planning on doing was going back and making accurate records of who's won how many over the years. And I could only find like 6 of the 11 that already exist.
Is it 6-0 Pab?
I didn't get
No.
that far into it, but I did listen to the first minute or so of last year's podcast, which, by the way, Pab, I often listen back to the podcast. Is there always a big gap between the jingle ending and me saying something? Back in years gone by, when I edited the podcast, it would be hello, and it would be, as soon as you got the it would be hello. Whereas there was
to
this
fade.
massive long gap. Is there
There
always?
isn't as big a gap nowadays, but simply because I've got
I was
better
horrified.
at cutting it in, I'm toying with fading that out and fading you in.
That's how it was always done. I thought that's how you were doing it.
No, because
God damn it.
the song naturally just fades out itself, and then you just naturally come in. But
Yeah, 15 minutes later, you can put an ad in there.
Don't be mean.
I could put an ad in there. You're right. It's a good idea.
But yeah, I listened back to that, and we got straight into explaining what the Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year show is last year. And we haven't. We're nearly 10 minutes in, and no one knows what this show is about. We've got a lot of new listeners this year. I need to explain what's going on, because if they're here for their normal fill of video game goodness, they ain't getting that today. This isn't a video game show. This is the one show of the year where we venture slightly off script and don't talk about video games from beginning to end, because this is the Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year show. This particular episode predates the podcast by a number of years. This was a show that me and Sheepdog did back on our first podcast, Best Thing From. We carried it through We're From the Internet, because one of them was on the We're From the Internet feed, which I'm baffled by. And it's moved over onto Mature Gamer Podcast as well. And it is basically me going through what is now known as the Google Trends Year in Search list, which used to be known as the Google Zeitgeist thing that you'd get as a PDF years ago. Now it's just a web page, Google Trends Year in Search, and asking this lot to name the top 10 searches in a number of categories, keeping score and declaring a winner, the winner of the year. Now, in the last several years, that winner has been Pab, because he cheats and writes things down as the show is going on. So, for example, the last category is always, I'll give you a spoiler now, the last category is always overall global search over the course of the year. So we'll do all these different categories, like he'll be writing down all 10 of the top 10 films and all 10 of the most searched for people. And then when it comes to overall searches of the year, obviously they're all going to be off of the previous list somewhere. And that's where he cheats. But we've banned pens this year. No pens allowed. In fact, Pab, throw your pen across the room. Snap your pen in two. You are not allowed a pen. No, you don't need it. I'll tell you when the ad break is.
Okay.
And you'll remember it. That means you're filling your remembering facility with that as well, rather than remembering names of movies and sports teams and weird inane questions that people ask on Google. But yeah, that's basically the gist of the show. I've gone through the Google Trends thing, and I've picked out 20 categories that interest me the most. Half of the quiz is going to be based on searches in the UK, but we then have to spread out to look at searches in the USA because they have more categories there, some of the more interesting ones. For example, there's no video games category on the UK one, and we should probably cover video games, so we have to go to the USA for that. Before we go to the global lists, which do get a little bit weird in places, because obviously they're global and there's stuff on them that I'm like, I have no idea what that is. But apparently it was on the top 10 most searched things in the world this year. But without further ado, I think we're going to just jump in to the UK lists. I've picked out the 10 most interesting categories from the UK. I'm going to name a category, and these are going to take it in turns, trying to guess something that people search for on Google in that category. The first category is movies, and we're going to be having this name the 10 most searched for movies of the last year. They get 3 guesses apiece, taking it in turns, and they get a point for each guess, other than the very last round where I'm doing double points this year. I don't care. I didn't run this by you. Overall search at the end, it's double points because no one's writing it down. But it's 1 point per correct answer and double points on the final one. But it is film coming up first.
Do I get to
Do
go
you not
first?
have any
'Cause
preference on? Well,
I lost last year.
On that basis,
Did
Anna
you
was going to
lose?
say,
Yeah.
how should we decide it? Anna's got in there. This is why she's answering everything first today. She wants to get in first on this as well. So Anna, you can go first. And then I've got the other 2 names written down as Sheephead and Pablo on my spreadsheet.
Okay.
So I guess we're going to go Anna, Sheephead, Pablo, and that's going to be the order for the first round. And then we'll just kind of work around from there, and it'll be fine. So Anna, would you like to name a 2021 movie that you think was in the top 10 most searched in the UK this year?
Spider-Man.
Before you do that,
No Way Home.
okay, you wasted it anyway. It's not on the list.
Why?
Before you do that, because this list was
Kevin.
published a month ago.
That's ridiculous.
2 weeks ago.
You didn't say that though, did you?
I was trying it, and you just... I literally said, before you
But it
do
was
that,
already
and you
coming out
spoke
my
over
mouth.
me.
Well,
Well,
it's my go now.
Sheephead, yes,
No Time to Die.
is number 4 on the list.
Swine, that was mine.
Pabby.
Black Widow? That come out this year?
Is number 2 on the
did.
list. Back round to Anna. Anna?
Hello. Am I there?
Anna?
Am I there?
She's quit.
I'm not. I'm here.
Anna, are you
yes,
there?
I am.
You leaned back then, I think.
I'm
We couldn't
here.
hear you. You have to be close to the microphone. What's your second guess?
Shanghai, the Marvel one with rings.
Not. I think I'm gonna at risk of. I mean, Anna's good at axe throwing now. I'm going
let's
to give
let
her a
her
point
have
for
it.
that.
Yeah, it's fine, 'cause-
It's Shang-Chi because of the Spider-Man incident. As well. It's Shang-Chi, not Shang-Li. But I'll let you have it because I
Pab
don't
and I
want you
would
to
have
throw an
agreed.
axe at me. Sheeples
The Eternals.
is number 3 on the list.
Oh,
Happy.
Sheepdog's doing a good one, a one-up in every single one of mine. I was having that. Okay, Suicide Squad then. Is that on it? That's probably not
Is
on it.
number 9 on the list.
Oh,
No
result.
one's got number 1 on this list yet.
What's
Anna, your final guess.
Suicide Squad wasn't out this year, was it?
Yeah.
New one was.
In
yeah.
fact, it was the Suicide Squad this year, I think, but it's on the list as Suicide Squad. So, Pab gets the point. Anna, your final guess.
Film. Oh God, film. Are they all like cinema films?
No idea. Do you know I know nothing about films? There's just 10 words or phrases that could potentially be to do with a film.
It is hard
could
because I
be
see
it.
what she's saying. If Netflix films are on there, then that's a big difference. Isn't
Give
it?
me an I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's one that I'm looking at thinking, I think that was a Netflix film, but I don't know.
Well, that's quite
I don't
hard
know.
because
Well, if you think, name a Netflix film if you think it's a Netflix film.
Unforgivable.
Is not on the list.
Right, what have we had so far? We've had Shang-Chi, we've had Eternals,
All the
we've
Marvels.
had Black Widow, we've had Bond.
You've
Suicide
not had
Squad.
number 1.
Oh my god, what is bigger than Bond and Marvel?
And no one.
Pab knows.
I just
Oh no,
realised.
Pab knows. Oh god. This is really difficult. There hasn't been any DC films this year, have there?
Well, Suicide Squad was
Suicide.
mentioned before.
Well, sorry, of course, yeah, Suicide Squad.
Oh, we have
Other
another
than
one.
that, then.
I do know there's another one.
Damn it.
Maybe.
Damn it. I mean, I can't remember what the word is. The Rock's film. Oh God, there's two. There's two Rock films. I'm
What,
giving
for
you all
one,
help here, Pab. No. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. I think it was called Jungle Cruise or something like that.
Is number 10 on the
Well
list.
done,
Yes!
Sheepdog.
Abby
The one that I remember seeing a lot of while we were in Comic Con and around Comic Con, Dune.
is number 1 on the list.
Oh,
the most
dude,
searched for
bloody
movie
hell.
of 2021. The one that I think is a Netflix film that's on here is Red Notice. Was that a Netflix film?
Yes, I
was
thought
a
it was
Rock
called
film.
Red Room, and that's the first Rock film I was going to go for, and I was going to say
Yeah,
Red Room.
so there
and then
were
I
Netflix films on
switched.
here, so I
Yeah.
didn't stitch Anna up, which is good.
Cool.
So your top 10 in full was 10 Jungle Cruise, 9 Suicide Squad, 8 Halloween Kills, 7 Shang-Chi, 6 Army of the Dead, 5 Red Notice, 4 No Time to Die, 3 Eternals, 2 Black Widow, and number 1 Dune. I don't expect you to get as many of them. I mean, you got 7 of the 10 there between the three of you. That's going to be the best score of the night, I think,
That's it,
because
yeah.
I'm familiar. I started you off easy. I'm familiar with your lot's
Is
work
anyone
on this quiz.
keeping score?
Yeah, but I hope.
Obviously, I'm
Okay.
keeping score. I am. I've not only am I keeping score, I have equations running on my spreadsheet to keep a running total as I put the individual scores in. And I spent 10 minutes building this spreadsheet.
Equations is 3 plus
Formulas.
0 an equation. I was going to
No,
say.
he's
formula.
got a handicap for me. I have to score 2 to get 1 point.
He's so
I wish it
arrogant.
was
Isn't he?
true.
Put him in his place, Anna. Put him in his place. Right. We've the next category. This one's going to get Pabby. This one's designed to bring Pabby down a peg or two. This is the definitions category. So all 10 of these are a word. I think, in fact, just scanning through this, all 10 of them are a word followed by meaning. So someone has typed it. For example, if someone wanted to know my name, they would put Lelujo meaning, looking for the definition of Lelujo. So we're looking for the word before meaning on these searches for 10 things that people have been looking for definitions of this year. We're going to go sheepdog, Pab,
understand.
Anna. Well, you're going to go
well-
third, so you'll figure it. You'll have got an idea of it by then.
I get-
People are searching for the meaning of a word.
I get the premise, but I'm like, it's too broad. Do you know, like,
Some, I would say, at least half of them
We're gonna
are
send Zoe
very,
a touch.
very relevant to this year. Some of them, I probably just missed the news story that made them relevant. But they are generally relevant to stuff that's gone on in the world this year, I think.
oh man, Christ, what on earth has happened?
That's
this year?
not on the list.
Omicron.
Is not on the list. Pabby.
I want to say cancelled.
Is not on the list. Anna.
Lateral flow?
Is not on the list. Round to sheepdog for guest number 2.
Were any of our suggestions anywhere near being right? 'Cause I
Pab
feel like-
wasn't a million miles away with his. I can't remember what you said, sheepdog.
I said Omicron.
Yeah, you and Anna weren't. I would
Yeah.
steer clear from the way you two were leaning. But Pabby wasn't a million miles away with one of them. Or
Okay.
2 of them, maybe.
I don't know.
God, this one just feels impossibly broad. They're words. I mean, what country is this? The UK.
What words? Yeah, this is in the UK. What words have you thought? I wonder what that means this year.
I've got quite a broad lexicon. I can't even say lexicon.
Brilliant.
Mrs. Sheepdog tells me off all the time for saying words that she doesn't know.
And what words were they? Because this
Well-
might lead you down the right line.
And the thing is, they were quite common words. They're so common, I can't even remember what they were.
Some of
because
these are
it's
pretty
intuitively-
common.
Oh God, what on earth has happened this year? I don't think they're.
Where's my egg timer?
You should get an egg timer. I feel like this is. I'm trying to just talk through my thought process. I'm trying to think of other words for cancelled at the moment. And
No, don't go down that route. Just he was close-ish, but not close enough that you're going to get there by going down that route.
Okay. What does? Oh my god! It's also because I don't know how political these questions are.
Quite.
Okay, reunification
is not on the list. Pabby.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't even know how close I was with the other one.
You were closer than either of those two were. But yeah, this category is. I mean, this is really.
This is where we've been
taking the. Yeah, this is where I'm putting you all in your place. You were too confident after that first round. I needed to level the playing field.
Come to mind straight away.
Well, say it then, for God's sake. We've been on this question for an hour.
I think every year, and I never think. Okay, right. I'm going to say it, and it's not going to be right. What does poggers mean?
Is not on the list.
I hate that word.
I hate it. I don't. As a streamer, I don't understand it, but I see it a lot. Anna. How am I getting to each of you and you're erming? You've got all this time while the other ones are erming.
I'm thinking.
Just say a word.
I'm sat here racking my brain and getting nowhere.
What about WAP? W-A-P?
Is not on the list. Sheepdog, final guess.
That was a really good guess as well, because that was a thing.
I feel like that was on last year's Zeitgeist. I think that was last year. I think that was on this top 10 last year, in fact. So I remember asking you then what it meant, because I had no idea. I'm an old man.
I can tell you now, but I'm not going.
I don't need to know, because you told me last year.
And I played you the song.
Come on, Sheepdog.
I know. I'm letting you lot feel while I think. I'm just looking around my room, just thinking, I don't know. I'm absolutely screwed. Oh, God.
Hello, David.
What does... Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to have to push you for an answer now.
Yeah. Lockdown. I don't know.
It's not on the list. Pavy.
No
dead air, please. At least Anna was erming. If you don't know, just pass.
I'd pass.
You know the rules by now.
These are the worst ones. I don't know.
Yeah, this
is where we separate the winners from the losers. You're all losers right now. Give me an answer. Any answer. I want a wrong answer. Get the wrong answers out of the way.
I don't have one.
Say plumbus.
He's not on the list. What was that?
I just told him to say plumbus. If that was on the list, I'd be shocked.
What is plumbus?
Might be.
I might look for
Was that your guess, Anna?
No.
Has Pab passed?
Yes, I passed.
Could you imagine if I handed Anna a point?
What?
Anna?
What?
I will die.
What do you mean, what? Just give me a word. Any word.
What did Pab say first?
It doesn't matter.
Cancelled.
What about...
I just want a word.
What about woken or woke?
He's number 5 on the list. Anna gets a point. That's what I was. That's what I was trying to lead you all towards when I said Pab wasn't a million miles away.
Amazing. Well done, Anna.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So the top 10 on definitions, and I don't know what several of these mean, so I might have to Google them. Number 10, sedition.
Nope.
I don't know what that is. Number 9, CHIS. Is that chiz? Chiz? Don't know what that is. I don't even know how to say that. Number 8 is incel. Number 7, pragmatic. Number 6, insurrection. Number 5, woke. Number 4, COP26. Number 3, misogyny. Number 2, emancipated. And number 1, impeachment.
I looked for emancipated. I wanted to know what it meant. So I was one of them.
You should have mentioned that when
I thought impeachment,
and I thought it was last year.
If you Googled it this year, I mean that's literally how the quiz works. Oh God, my eyes hurt.
Does that put us on 333?
No, 233 at the moment. Anna's on 2, you two are on 3. But this is where we get back to the ones that you basic bitches can do, because we're moving on to TV, and this is where you'll get 9 out of 10, I imagine. So we're going Pab, Anna, Sheepdog as the order this time for TV shows.
Netflix
Most searched for. Yes,
okay.
Most searched for TV shows of 2021. Pab.
Squid Game
is number 1 on the list.
Frick's sake.
Anna
You.
is not on the list.
Why?
People didn't search for it, I guess.
It's a good TV program.
I don't know if this is its name because I've never seen it. Bridgerton.
Is number 2 on the list.
You've never seen Bridgerton.
I've never heard of
Why
Bridgerton.
would I have heard of Bridgerton?
It's quite good. It's like Gossip Girl, but in like set in the 1800s.
Oh, you've sold it to me. Let's watch it now. Fab, your second guess.
Oh goodness. And it's based on
What people have searched for, Fab. That's what the whole thing is about.
WandaVision.
Is not on the list. Anna.
Does that mean Disney Plus shows aren't on it?
I will not answer that question until you've all had your second guess.
Oh.
Hawkeye.
Is not on the list.
Mother trucker.
Should I take a hint with that one? You're annoying. You're really annoying.
Well, I can't give you an unfair advantage over these two. We've had 2 guesses.
Yeah,
You don't get to
fair
ask questions.
I can't think of there's been any more massive Netflix events that have happened this year. You know, like it's always something everyone talks about, isn't there? But they're the only 2 I can think of that everyone really talks about. I'm just going to burn my point and say the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Is not on the list. There's no Disney Plus on here.
Oh.
Okay.
And I would lower the focus on Netflix from here on in as well for the final round. So we go back round to Pab.
Going with Netflix.
No, avoid Netflix.
Opposite of what I just... Not necessarily avoid it, but I'm looking at that thinking, I've not seen much of this on Netflix. I knew Squid Game was on Netflix. The rest of them, I'd be like, they all
so
sound
it's
like
on
they've been
normal
on the
telly.
BBC to me.
Okay.
Do any of us watch TV?
What? Yeah.
You've watched some of these.
Okay.
I've heard other people talk about some of others of these.
Oh,
some of them
God.
I've seen
Was there one of
tweeted
them-
about.
Was there a Love Island on this year?
Is number 5 on the
Of
list.
course there was. Yeah. Ugh.
Anna.
Was it? Oh, no.
TV this year. You say I've seen some of these.
I'm not answering any more questions. Because Pab has now given all 3 of his guesses. These are the rules. I am a strict quizmaster.
Oh, what about? I know this is like, there's a long series of it.
Guess it then.
It's Line of Duty, Kevin.
Is number 4 on the list.
Yes, Line of Duty.
Glad you said that because I forgot what it was called and was going to call it the Thin Blue Line. So I'm glad you said that.
Please guess the thin blue line.
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
Is not on the list.
Oh, damn.
Really?
So your top 10 on TV shows in 2021. Number 10 was The Friends Reunion.
Oh, I watched
Number
that
9.
yesterday.
Oh, there you go. I mean, I did give you a massive clue. Number 9, Vigil. Virgil? No, not Virgil. Vigil.
Like the pilot
Never
of
heard of
Thunderbird
it.
2.
Okay. Number 8, Pembrokeshire Murders.
wasn't this
Number
year.
7. I mean, it doesn't have to be. The whole premise of the quiz is what people have searched for this year. It doesn't have to have been out this year.
Oh my gosh!
We have this every year. Numbers. This is the 12th year we've done this. It's about Google searches. Number 7, It's a Sin. Number 6, Behind Her Eyes. Number 5, Love Island. Number 4, Line of Duty. Number 3, The Serpent. Number 2, Bridgerton. And number 1, Squid Game.
Douglas, stop.
I agree.
He's taking baubles off the tree now.
Let him have them. It's not Christmas anymore.
I don't care. They're my baubles.
It is Christmas. Christmas starts on the 25th and lasts for 12 days. You imbecile. It's not even halfway through Christmas yet.
Yeah, we're past all the good gifts now, aren't we? I mean, 5 gold rings must have been. Oh, that's tomorrow, to be fair. After that, it's all crap.
I want. When do turtle doves come up? I've always wondered what a turtle dove is. I feel, my wish is that it's like a hybrid animal.
That would be
I
your
want a
Google
turtle with
search.
wings. I don't even need 2 of them. Just give me 1 flying turtle and I'll be happy. Right, the next category. The scores at the moment, it is Anna on 3, Sheephead on 4, and Pablo on 5, going into round 4. We've got 10 categories in the UK, by the way. We're going all in on the UK. And the next category is how many. So each one of these searches starts with the words how many, and you're filling in the rest of the sentence that people might have searched on Google. We're going back round to the original order, so it's Anna, then Sheepdog, then Pab, with Google searches that started with how many in this year. Anna.
COVID deaths.
Is number 5 on the list.
Yes, because that's what I searched for.
Yes. Yes.
Not yes, but it's just I'm very concerned about it. So I look for it a lot.
This is similar vein. How many days do I need to isolate?
These are a little bit harder for me to look through. Hold on, because their sentences is not on the list.
Oh man.
How many days is it now?
It is you, Pabby.
How many people have vaccinated?
Is number 8 on the list.
Okay.
Background to you, Anna.
Um.
They're not all about COVID.
How many matches in the Euros?
Is not on the list.
I forgot the Euros were this year.
Anna.
He's writing that down. You can hear him writing Euros down.
EU.
I'm umming because I had a question lined up for that, and I don't know whether you're being strict on your answers or whether you'd have given her the answer if she'd have asked it the way I was going to ask it.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, I know, but are you that strict? You know what I mean?
Look at it this way. If there's any opportunity for Anna to go, you should have given me that, then you ain't getting it.
No, fair enough. You're right. Oh, God, how many... What would I have wanted to know this year? This is ridiculous. Like, other than the COVID deaths one, it's all been a bit irrelevant, isn't it?
You're a monster. Relevant indeed.
The only two worth knowing are there. I'm not in tune with what this country thinks.
But that's the whole purpose of the Zeitgeist is to get you hooked into the Zeitgeist. You're supposed to pay attention all year because you know this quiz is coming.
How many episodes of Squid Game are there?
He's not on the list. Abby.
It's not.
Yeah, we've still not seen Squid Game.
It's not it's how many, isn't it? Okay.
How many yet?
How many minutes in extra time?
Is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna, back round to you for your final guess. By the way, some of these have been not like close, but there's been a couple of times when I've thought one of you was going to get somewhere with these answers, and then you've gone off on the wrong tangent. You're hovering around several answers on this list at the moment. Anna.
How many cases of COVID?
Is number 2 on the list.
See, you said it wasn't much about COVID. Because again,
Yeah,
I
that's annoying,
searched
Kev.
for that.
Why did you say that?
I didn't say there were no more about
No, but
COVID. I
you
just said
said-
it wasn't all about COVID.
Stop it, because you put me off that.
Oh, that's brilliant.
How many teams are in the Euro?
Is not on the list.
That's what I was
And
gonna ask before.
Pabby.
How many times has England won the Euros?
Is number 4 on the list.
Result.
So top 10 was number 10. How many seconds in a year?
Why?
Number 9. How many
actually
episodes
Googled
of
that
Vigil?
We should have said it.
My son wanted to know how many seconds
How many
old I
seconds
was,
is
and I
there in a
googled
year?
how many
Yeah,
seconds.
I
in a
mean,
year.
can I give you all a tip? If you've Googled something, say it.
Yeah, I didn't know that was going to come up until you said it, did I?
If you've if you've done a Google search that started with how many, then say that in the how many category. That's my tip for you. And soon we're going to be doing next category is when. If you've done any Google searches this year that started with when, say them rather than just guessing. Number 8 was how many vaccinated in the UK. Number 7, how many people died in 9/11. Number 6, how many calories should I eat in a day? Number 5, how many COVID deaths today? Number 4, how many times has England won the Euros? Number 3, how many people live in the UK? Number 2, how many cases in my area? And number 1, how many times has Italy won the Euros? Oh. Which brings us at the end of round 4. Sheepdog on 4 points, Anna on 5, Pabby on 7, leading us straight into the when category, which works in exactly the same way as the how many category. But this time, every search starts with when. So you're filling in the rest of the search. They all start with when, go on to be a sentence. Sheepdog has first guess. What when searches have you done this year, Sheepdog?
I googled when is Easter, which is probably not there.
He's not on the list, I'm afraid. It should be. I Google that every year.
He does.
Pabby. Because it moves. There's a
I
logical
know.
reason to Google that every
Easter
year.
is just weird. Imagine if you did it at Christmas.
When does lockdown finish?
Is number 1 on the list. Anna.
I'm thinking.
Good.
When do the Euros start?
Is not on the list. Back round to Sheepdog. Gets number 2.
Just
I hear him thinking.
well, no, because the lockdown one was the one I was going to go for before I thought about frigging Easter.
We're breaking him this
You
year.
are
It's
breaking
brilliant.
me. You always break me. That's the theme. You always put ideas in and out of my head.
I don't think you're drunk enough this year. I think that's the problem.
No, I was going to say that earlier when you said about all the different years that we've done it and all of that. I don't think the first one's available anywhere because that was when you made all the eggnog and I drank all the eggnog and
You
got
said things about the Pope.
Yeah, and the Queen. God.
And then decided to become a teacher. Yeah, so we had to burn that one.
Yes. So what was Pab's one? When does lockdown finish?
Yeah.
Is that the only lockdown question on there? I'm the
Oh,
first
has
person.
everyone had one
Yeah,
guess?
Everyone has.
There's loads of stuff about lockdown on here. Loads. They don't all use the word lockdown, but there's loads of stuff related to that.
Oh.
And the question starts when.
Yeah.
When can I go out in lockdown?
Is not on the list.
Oh, for God's sake.
Abby.
Oh, God, you throw me now because I wasn't going with that.
Well, you don't have to. There's stuff on here that's not related to that. I would say only about half of it is along those lines, so you don't have to. You can.
When does the Olympics start?
Is number 10 on the list.
Yes.
Anna.
One I needed desperately. When do hairdressers open?
Is number 9 on the list.
Yes! Because I needed a
You can see why
haircut.
Sheepdog wouldn't get that one.
Oh my God, it was annoying. Trust me. Just had this dog on
Have you
top of my
taken a
head.
picture of yourself as well? 'Cause she said to me the other day, months after this haircut, this is the length I wanted it when I went to have it cut. Have you taken a picture of yourself? So the next time you go, you can say,
I
do
have
this,
not,
please.
I will. She cut
That's
it
what you
too
need to do.
short. I think she was anticipating
well-
another lockdown. But it was horrible. It was
A
horrible.
political haircut.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Sheepdog, have you got a third guess?
Just trying to think of more things I'd want to know during lockdown. I hadn't considered the hairdresser one, so now it's like, what else could there
Well,
be?
understandably.
Oh, I did need to know. I went to the hairdressers when we were allowed out and got my head shaved, didn't I?
Did.
I haven't been back, obviously, since I've not needed to. I do it myself every day now. I mean, Pab asked when lockdown finishes. What about when does lockdown start?
Is number 4 on the list.
Yes!
When did what?
Pabby,
This year?
final guess.
It's mad.
I was going to say when are fans allowed back in stadiums?
Is not on the list.
Okay.
And back round to Anna for the final guess of this round.
Oh no! Stop! Phone was making noise. When?
Because you went on, because you were searching for this, and an advert came up.
I think Babs cheating with how nailed on he was with the England question.
When does Wimbledon start?
Is not on the list. So your top 10 for when. Number 10, when does the Olympics start? Number 9, when do hairdressers open? Number 8, when do gyms reopen? Not open, reopen.
Oh, I googled
hairdressers
that one.
was open. Number 7, when will schools reopen? Number 6, when do shops reopen? Number 5, when does Love Island start? Number 4, when does lockdown start? Number 3, when does Love Island finish? Number 2, when will I get the vaccine? And number 1, when will lockdown end?
Never.
It's ended quite some time ago, Anna.
I don't feel like it has. I barely left the house.
You didn't leave the house before, though. You didn't
I'm
notice there was
enjoying
a
being a
lockdown.
hermit. Yeah, I'm loving being a hermit now. This is it. If I could carry my house around on my back, I'd just become a full-time crab.
So halfway through the UK section, which puts us quarter of the way through the entire quiz, the scores are Sheepdog 5, Anna 6, Pab 9. We move on to Anna's favourite category, sport.
Oh.
So it is the top 10 searches related to sport in 2010. 2021, not 2010.
2010, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be. I haven't got the 2010 list in front of me. I could probably get it, actually. Google is quite handy. I can go back as far as 2002. So we could, we might do a retro one of these in the summer.
Oh, wow.
If we're ever low on content, retro Zeitgeist. It's coming. Watch this space, boys and girls. But yeah, top 10 sports searches of 2021. I think Pab starts this time.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to go
nice. Be nice.
What does
Because I
that
only know
mean?
like of 2.
Is this
So don't
events,
say any of the
sports
two Anna's
people,
gonna
or
say.
what? Is it?
There's no people on the list.
Right, okay.
So it's just sports. Okay, then so Euros.
Well, yeah, Euros is number 1 on the list.
God's sake.
Anna.
Olympics. Hello.
Yeah, I heard you. Deciding whether or not to give it to you.
It's not on there.
It's I'm giving you that. Olympic medal table is on there. That's I think
I think that's...
because
That's not a
it's the
sport.
looking at all the others. None of the others are that specific. Like Euros is just Euros. It's not like Euros semi-finals. So yeah, I think I'm giving you that.
Hey.
Sheepdog
US Open.
is not on the list.
What is the US Open?
golf, isn't it?
Tennis?
Okay.
That's what what's her face one, isn't it? Emma
Shut
Rabbit
up.
Carney.
Oh, you're right.
Shut up.
Sheepdog's giving me
Swine.
this.
Well, she ain't on the list, Sheepdog. So guess her if
But she
you
might
want.
be on
She ain't
later
the
list, surely.
I haven't looked at the later lists.
Yeah,
She
well, that's why I
probably
said
is.
shut up.
Well, now they all know.
I didn't hear him, so.
Pab, back
Yes.
round to you.
Wimbledon?
Is number 6 on the list.
I told you to be
Anna.
nice. Cricket?
Is not on the list. And Sheepdog.
Oh my god, I don't know anything about cricket, so I don't know if there's any cricket tournaments that are every year or what. Trying to think what else. Oh god, what was the Grand Prix?
Is not on the list.
Oh, that's what I was
Some of
thought.
these are so blindingly obvious. I can't believe they've not been guessed going into the final round. Pabby.
Sports. I mean, that's Premier League. Is that on there?
Is number 2 on the
Yeah,
list.
that's what I usually Google.
And Anna.
Golf.
Is not on the list. And Sheepdog.
Champions League.
is number 4 on the list.
You're mean.
They were the two I was hinting at when I said, how are you not guessing these ones yet? So your top 10 was number 10, NBA. Number 9, England versus Scotland. Number 8, England versus Germany. Number 7, Olympic medal table. Number 6, Wimbledon. Number 5, England versus Italy. Number 4, Champions League. Number 3, England versus Denmark. Number 2, Premier League. And number 1, Euros. A very Euros-dominated list. Why was England versus Denmark Googled more than any others? What happened in that?
That was the semi, wasn't it?
So why was that Googled more than the final?
Because England weren't in it. This is UK.
Well, and Denmark
We
was
were
like
in it.
the big favourite, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? It was like the big, Denmark, everyone's darling because of what happened.
Okay, I'll allow
Maybe.
it.
I don't know.
Maybe because
It was
it's
big.
England versus Denmark was on a
He's not
set
going to say
channel.
what happened.
Yeah.
Sheepdog's playing his cards so close to his chest because of a thing that happened, which I would not mention.
I just want to bring everybody down by reminding them.
Right. Next category is people, but my mouse has run out of battery, so bear with me while I plug it in.
How does that happen?
So this is the top 10 most Googled people in the UK in 2021. Anna, you're up first. We go Anna, Sheepdog, Pab. Top 10 most searched for people this year.
Um,
Can I just say before we get into it as well, these are celebrities and sports people. This is not like Boris Johnson and stuff like that. This is
is it not a celebrity?
we are looking at celebrities and sports people on this list, and a couple of people I've never heard of.
Go on, Anna.
My football boyfriend will be Jack Grealish.
Is number 8 on the list.
Raducanu?
What?
Is number
what is
3 on the
Raducanu?
list. I think he means Emma Raducanu.
I do. I was just saying it in a.
Who's that though?
Mrs. Sheepdog was annoyed at me because I kept reading it as that. And she was like, that's not her name. And I was like, well, I've never heard of her before. And I've just read a word on the screen, and that reads as Raducanu to me. But apparently it was Raducanu. I couldn't Google that to say how do you pronounce Raducanu. But yeah, no, she won the US Open, which is why I said it in the last round, because
Excuse
she
me.
started as like a, what's it called? She was like a
You've got a
wild
mute
card.
button.
She just got put in as like an amateur entry, and she got to the final and won it. There'll be films about it, I imagine. It'd be like you turning up to Wimbledon and just winning.
She was the only news story on Amazon Echo for like 3 weeks.
Oh, God, yeah.
Every time we'd say, play the news, it was always an interview with her
Every day.
That was all the news was.
I think how Google was
Pab.
great.
Google her, is she, Anna? There you go.
You said sports and celebrities, didn't you?
That's exactly what I said, yes.
Is Ronaldo on the list?
He's number 7 on the list.
What could he be looked at?
I would like to just correct something I said earlier. There is one politician on the list, and potentially a second one because there's someone I have no idea who they are. But there is one politician on the list.
I know a politician.
So, Anna.
Oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God, what is his name? He had his hands on a bum.
On a bomb?
Matt Hancock.
Is number 2 on the list.
Yes.
Wow.
He had his hands on a bum, didn't he? On that lady's bum.
He did indeed have his hands on a bum. Not a bomb, Anna's from Nottingham.
Bum.
It was a bum.
I was like, a politician? It ain't a bomb. Christian Eriksen.
He's number 1 on the list.
Boom.
Who's
The
that?
footballer who collapsed in the Euros.
Oh,
I
bless him.
genuinely wasn't not saying his name because I thought it was going to be in this round. I just didn't want to talk about someone having a heart attack in a football match. But then Kev was like, ooh. So, yeah, cheers.
And Pabby.
Oh, I don't like this. 'Cause all I can think of is one name, and it's not on here, then, is it?
I don't know, you haven't said it.
Joe Biden.
He's not on the list.
Oh, I'm glad you took that bullet, because if Anna had been wrong about her one, I was going straight for Biden.
Anna, final guess.
People.
Yes, people.
She means all of them.
People.
Yes,
Kim
still
Kardashian.
He's not on the list.
Because she became a lawyer, apparently.
No, she didn't. What a load of nonsense.
She took the
Sheepdog.
bar test, apparently.
She went to a bar, is what that means.
Drank a lot. He annoyed a lot of people this year, so I'm hoping he'll make it. But James Corden.
He's not on the list.
Yeah, I hate him.
And Pabby.
Oh. So we've not got politicians. I don't know now.
Come on, Pabby, I'm going to have to push you for an answer. You've heard of some people.
I have.
What people have you searched for this year, Pabby?
Lewis Hamilton.
He's not on the list. So your top 10 were number 10, Ashley Kane. That's the one I didn't know who they were. Who's
I don't
Ashley
know that
Kane?
is.
Nope.
It's not related to Harry Kane, is he or she?
Number 9, Tyson Fury. Number 8, Jack Grealish. Number 7, Ronaldo. Number 6, Travis Scott. Number 5, Alec Baldwin. Number 4, Piers
yeah, of
Morgan.
course.
Number 3, Emma Raducanu. Number 2, Matt Hancock. And number 1, Christian Eriksen. We've got 3 UK categories left. The scores are currently Sheepdog 8, Anna 9, Pab 13.
What?
And we are going into news events. So these are the top 10 most searched for news events of 2021. This is where it gets serious, boys and girls. I've only heard of 3 of these, I think, because I don't watch the news.
News
so I have
events.
no idea. Sheepdog is up first. Tell me about a news event.
The Capitol riots, where the Republican people went nuts and took over.
Was that this
Washington?
year?
Is not on the list.
Are you sure?
Could it have been called anything
Like
else?
the Capitol insurrection or something like that?
No, nothing like that's on there.
I'll pull you up if it comes up later, but go on.
Sure you will. Abby.
The vaccines.
Is number 1 on the list. Anna
Mr. Matthew Hancock.
is number 2 on
Yes.
the list.
Bad man.
And back to Sheepdog. Bad man. He's got a bomb! Sorry, a bum.
Oh,
You're so mean.
Does sport come under news?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Again, I really have no idea what most of this stuff is on this list.
I can't believe no one bloody looked up the riots. Like America was.
Well, they were all over the news. Why would you look them up?
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd be looking up why it happened or whatever, wouldn't you? Right.
Because
we've had-
America. Because America.
Yeah. So far, I've had somebody touch someone's bum and the COVID vaccine.
Yes. Nice summary, Sheepdog.
I'm just trying to feel what I think. I mean, has COVID as a whole been a news thing? Or is that too
Nope.
broad that you'll be able to narrow it down?
I mean, you've asked several questions there. COVID is not on the list.
Right, okay.
Pabby.
oh, I had one and I've just gone blank. Right.
Probably should have written it down. Where's your pen?
I know. It's
Your
over there.
cheating
It's the other
pen.
side of the room now. Flung it. Alec Baldwin?
Is not on the list. And Anna.
What is it again?
News events.
News events. I'm playing Candy Crush, so I kind of zoned out.
Oh, stop!
Yeah, stop that. Focus. You monster.
Lockdown.
Is number 9 on the
Yeah.
list.
The whole Epstein thing.
Again, unless it's under a different name.
Okay.
No.
Well, when you read through them, I'll pull you up. Because it could be like Ghislaine Maxwell's
Yeah, she
case
just
or
got
something like that.
sentenced.
Yeah.
That's not on the list either.
That's all right. I mean, that just happened.
Pabby.
News.
Yes, news.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could think of no sports stuff, and I don't know.
Come on, Pab. Say some words. Or a single word.
I'm going to say
David?
Euros, but I know we've already had sports stuff, so it's probably
It's not on the
no,
list.
no.
And then back round to Anna.
One moment.
She's just Googling
Sure,
it.
go. Yeah.
But
Crashing
this-
some candy.
No, someone's come outside at the back and Dave's run out. Just trying to get him in.
I
He's
see.
back. He's back next to me.
Excellent.
News.
Yes, news.
Plan B.
Is not on the list. Is everyone have 3 guesses? I forget who was
Yes,
first
yep.
this round.
Go
It
on.
took so long.
Me.
Right. Your top 10 then, news events. Number 10, Palestine. Number 9, lockdown. Number 8, green list countries. Number 7, Gabby Petito.
Who?
I don't know what hardly any of this is. Number 6, Kyle Rittenhouse. Number 5, GME. Number 4, Afghanistan. Number 3, Sarah Everard. Number 2, Matt Hancock. Number 1, COVID vaccine.
Excellent.
Don't know what half of that
No,
was.
no, no.
I need to
Rittenhouse,
watch the news more.
I'd forgotten about. But what was the other name you said before Rittenhouse?
Gabby Petito.
Gabby Petito.
Anyone know who that is?
You've- He's checking to see
Yeah,
if
I'm
it's
just checking
related
to see
to
if
any
it
of the
was.
things
Yeah.
he said.
Exactly what I'm looking for. No, not at all.
Wow. So we move on to the penultimate category in the UK. This one is just questions. So this is what were the top 10 questions searched for on Google in the UK this year. It does include questions that start with how, when, and some of the stuff we had previously. I will not necessarily... Okay, I was going to say, I will confirm some of the answers from previous rounds are in this one. This is where we find out if Pab's really been cheating. But I wouldn't commit to just going for them because the most popular ones aren't ones that have come up before. So it's any questions from this year. And we are starting with Pab. So let's see if he's been cheating and writing them down. Yeah, Pab, you're a cheat.
What do you
Pab,
mean?
you're a cheat. You're just going to say something from before and we're going to be like, well, you wrote that down, you damn cheat.
Well,
Yeah,
I
sounds
just
right.
have a good memory of 10 minutes ago.
Some of us don't have a good functioning
Plus,
memory.
it's a
Pab, so
it's a
basically
question
you're
that I got right in the questions category earlier on.
Oh,
Well,
look,
go
he
on then.
remembers what he says.
How many times has England won the Euros?
It's not on the list, you
No.
smarty pants. Round to Anna.
When will lockdown end?
Is number 3 on the list.
Yeah.
Sheepdog.
Grinding my teeth now thinking about this. When is the COVID vaccine available?
Oh, that's
Is not on the list.
What? That was higher than when will lockdown
Doesn't
end on the
matter.
last...
Google is a wonderful thing. I love it when this happens, and it happens every year. Sorry, what did you say?
Me?
It might be on there, actually. Yeah, what did you say? I'm mocking you, but it might be on there. What
Well,
did
I
you say?
asked when the vaccine would be available.
Yeah, you can have that, actually. Number 5 on this. It's worded differently, but it is
All right,
on there.
sorry. Yeah.
So I'll let you have that.
that's
Pabby.
questions.
Yes, Pab.
Come on, Pab.
Oh, see, I was
Come on,
going with
Pab.
vaccine one was my next one. See, oh.
Good.
Ooh.
I'm glad.
When
Will I be...
While Pab's
Someone
thinking,
does it every year.
just to give him a moment, do Google include December last year in their thing? Because
I
I wondered
don't
this about
know.
Spotify. Like, I was thinking, are the songs I listened to this month just not in my Spotify review?
But it's
next
the
year?
same when I do my YouTube channel review of the year. It only does from like January the 1st to the end of November. It's just how all this stuff works.
It's weird 'cause I've been,
Decembers
like,
don't
hammering
really
songs.
exist.
Yeah, this month I've hammered this
Because
song.
if you included December in all of this, it would just all be Christmas themed stuff.
about to say
it's
that.
probably best that December's not in it.
Yeah, I suppose, but I just feel like
Number one question would be, where is Santa now?
yeah, fair enough. Is that enough time for you to think, Pab?
yeah, I'm just going to put when does Love Island begin?
Is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna.
I forget what we've had. What did...
You asked when does lockdown end. I asked when is the vaccine available.
Mr. I don't have a memory.
Well,
When does the...
Who's writing them down now, you cheat?
When does the Euro start?
I think Pab said that, didn't he?
Is not on the list.
Are we allowed for Anna to repeat Pab's question?
He didn't. He asked how many times England had won it.
All right, okay.
Not when it
I
started.
apologise. See, I don't remember very well at all.
Good. Cheap dog. Your second guess.
They're not all whens, are they? They're just any question.
Just any questions, yeah.
Symptoms of COVID-19. Or any COVID, really. Variant.
Is not on the list. Also not a
Yeah, that's not
question.
a question.
Well, what are the symptoms of COVID?
That's not on the list either. Pabby, last guess.
I'm trying really hard to just trying to rattle through common subjects. We had the lockdown one, haven't we? We had the vaccine one. Yeah, these are my common go-tos now. Love Island isn't on there.
About Love Island.
How do I word Matt Hancock into a question?
Who did Matt
Who had his
Hancock's
hand on a bum?
His bum grab? I mean, whose bum did he grab? Sorry. If that's a question on there, my word.
And Anna said the one about the Euros was, didn't she? Because that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say next.
When I googled.
When is Line of Duty on?
Is not on the list. Anna.
When is the new iPhone out?
Is not on the list. And back round to Sheepdog for one more.
Do you know, I googled this and I don't think it's going to be on there, but is Christian Eriksen okay?
Is not on the list. So you're 10. Now, Pabby, I never said Love Island wasn't on the list. I just said your question wasn't on the list. Number 10 is when does Love Island finish? You asked when it starts.
Yeah.
Of course.
Number 9, what does impeachment mean? Number 8, how many cases in my area? Number 7, how many times has Italy won the Euros? See, you were very close with 2 of yours, Pabby.
Oh.
Number 6, where does vanilla flavouring come from?
What?
Oh, my
Number
God.
5,
it's because it comes from a bum of an animal.
Sorry, what?
Oh, flavouring. I was going to say,
Yeah.
well, vanilla comes from... Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
when will I get the vaccine? Number 4, what does COP26 stand for?
I need to check.
Number
what this
3,
is.
it was the climate thing, wasn't it?
Oh, of course it was. Yeah.
Number 3, when will lockdown end? Number 2 is WhatsApp down. Number 1 is Facebook down.
Oh, do you know
my
what? That
God.
popped up on my Twitter the other day. Someone was like, "Oh, that day when Facebook went down," and I thought, "Well, I got to remember that. Got to remember that for the Zeitgeist," and obviously didn't.
And this last one, the last category, is the one where we really find out if Pab's a cheat, because this is all searches in the UK in 2021. It's a free-for-all. There are several of these that haven't come up, because I've not covered every category. But there are obviously several that have already been mentioned as well. So I think we go back
So
round
everything
to
in
Anna
the
to start.
UK.
This is all searches in the UK in 2021. So it'll be some stuff that we've already mentioned, some stuff that we haven't mentioned yet because we didn't do that category. But any and all searches in the UK, most popular ones this year, starting with Anna.
I've just given myself a paper cut. Ow.
That's not on the
my
list.
chin.
Definitely not on the list.
Matt Hancock.
Is number
He's
6
my
on the
favourite
list?
person.
Yeah, you've got to think about me. It's the
Hey, it
Jack
could-
It was your
Grealish.
bum, wasn't it?
Hey,
Does he have a headband as well?
no, he was a bad man. We were all looking to him.
You just squeeze someone's bum.
We were all looking at him for guidance, and then there he is touching a lady's bum that was not his wife's. When we were
And
supposed
if you'll
to
remember,
be 2 meters
I've
apart.
squeezed your bum much more regularly since then than I did before. I took his guidance.
Kevin, we were supposed to be 2 meters apart. I don't think that was 2 meters to me.
I've got long arms.
Not you, Mr. Hancock.
I thought it was on a bum.
He was trying to get the nickname Hand Bum instead of Hancock. He was like, "This is how it worked last time. I'll just grab someone's bum. It'll change."
Sheepdog
When does lockdown end?
is not on the list.
Oh, for friggin' hell's sake!
Number Pab
Euros.
is number 1 on the list. There are no questions on this list
Yeah, we moved away from that.
because we had a whole category for questions just a moment ago. Anna,
Okay, so there's been one of the things you haven't brought up is deaths, and one of them, which was quite sad because he was a funny man, was Sean Locke.
is number 10 on the list. I deliberately didn't do deaths this year because I thought we can't make that funny.
No.
But yeah, well, Sean Luck is number 10 on
I
the
love
list.
him. He was so funny.
Yeah, he's great. I saw a clip of him earlier the other day and was just like, oh, and then I thought, remember he's dead for that. But I obviously forgot.
It's just like, I think
but
it
no,
was
he's
the
very funny.
banana, the carrot in a box. I could watch that over and over again. It's so funny. So funny.
Getting that last one wrong has blown me away.
We're still talking about Matt Hancock.
I can't believe that he's been on every one and nothing else. Oh. I mean, you said there's no questions, so like, that's thrown me as well. So it's just literally anything that people have Googled.
That's, yes, Sheepdog. 12 years we've been doing this.
No, I know, but I'm just anything but not questions.
And most of them are things we've already talked about in the last hour.
England versus Denmark.
Is number 9 on the list.
Boom.
Abby.
Okay, so I'm thinking of deaths.
Lovely. Quite a lovely way to see in the new
One
year.
that has come to mind recently. Prince Philip.
Is number 5 on the
bless
list.
him. Yeah.
And then back round to Anna for final guesses in the UK.
Booster vaccine.
I'm going to give you COVID vaccine is number 4 on the list.
Yay.
Wasn't that the question I asked? No, it wasn't. Don't worry.
Sheepdog.
My memory's not very good.
You got all 3 in that category, Anna. You got a hat trick.
Sounds like she needs the booster.
You've lost your mute button though, apparently. Sheepdog.
Let's keep chastising Anna while I think.
She's probably muted now, so she can't defend herself.
Emma Raducanu.
Oh,
Is number 7 on the list.
that was my next one.
And your final guess in the UK, Pabby, before we head off to the United States of America. No pressure, Pab. But Anna is only 1 point behind you at the moment.
I'm coming for you, Pabby.
Yes, she is. Like Matt Hancock in a lift.
Alec Baldwin.
Is not on the list. So that is we're at the halfway point. The scores are Sheepdog 11, Anna 15, Pab 16. We are now going to head over to America. While we fly over there, Pab's going to play some in-flight entertainment in the form of adverts. You do have my permission to use a pen to make a note of this point of the podcast and this point only, Pabby.
Yep.
And once we get to the other side of it, it'll be USA.
Kevin, would you like to go and get me
Anna.
a bottle of beer?
I mean, we don't actually stop.
Would you like to go and get me a bottle of beer?
I need a beer as well.
I guess I can. This is unprecedented, though.
Go and get...
I don't think we can... Pab, you might have to make a second note, because some of this is going to need
They're in
editing
the
out.
bottom of the fridge.
I mean, I could probably have worked out where the beer was,
Thank
Anna.
you.
Come on now.
Don't stop recording then. Let's just leave it rolling.
Yes,
Are
we
we
will
not
leave it
stopping?
rolling.
Shall I run out and get myself one as well?
I will
Have got
hum
time?
if you would want.
You hum for a minute. I'm going to run and get a drink.
Interlude. Interlude.
And we have made it to America. And all I'm using America for... That's right, I'm using America. All I'm using America for is to fill in the gaps in the more interesting search categories that we don't get here in the UK. And when I say interesting, I mainly mean ones that amuse me or that might be relevant to the podcast. These are the ones where we need total guesswork the majority of the time. You know I love a bit of guesswork because category number 1 in the USA is sustainable products. So the top 10 sustainable products that were searched for in 2021 in the United States of America. Just because I figured you've had it easy so far. There's too many points. Let's break these averages down a little bit. Sheepdog's up with the first guess. think of a product. Now, these aren't things, just to give you a little bit of a clue, so I need to narrow this down slightly. These are normal products that I guess can be done sustainably. We're not looking for, like, things that are new inventions. These are traditional products, but sustainable versions of them.
So, do you mean, just so I can just clarify further, do you mean, like, the material? Or do you mean...
Right, I'll give you one item off the list as a clue. Number 7 on the list is swimwear.
Oh.
Oh.
I was thinking like corn.
So someone would have put sustainable swimwear, and that would have...
Yeah.
Wow. Sustainable timber.
Is not on the list. Ab.
I don't think I know what sustainable means.
I think I should do double points for this category.
Sustainable.
Silence. Sustainable silence.
Sustainable. I don't know. Pens.
Number 9 on the list.
Get out. What?
Are you freaking... What?
How's that a thing? I don't even know what it is.
Sustainable pens is number 9 on the list. That's brilliant. Anna.
Personal products.
Be more specific.
Deodorant.
Is not on the list. I don't know why I asked you to be more specific. I mean, unless you went for one specific thing. Yeah. Ignore the be more specific. It's not on the list. Sheepdog. So I know what you like now. You'll just name 5 different personal products.
Well,
Will you stop with the personal products?
So we've got pens and swimwear on the list.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Not timber, which I thought would be like a...
That is correct, yes.
A building material, they'd want to build
There's
houses.
no building materials on this list.
Sustainable fuel?
Is not on the list. You're thinking far too big.
I am, aren't I? Wow.
Fab.
Yeah, my initial thought was crops. I don't think it's that.
Was what?
I was thinking crops initially when you.
Crops.
That's when you said sustainable things. I was thinking, well, crops, and yeah, all different vegetables.
I was thinking wind. So
yeah, we're thinking you're all far too big. Remember, this is America. This isn't us.
Hand sanitizer.
Number 1 on the list.
Really?
Oh my god, Pab.
Well, hand soap, but I'm giving it to you.
Yeah, no,
super.
I'd allow that.
Anna, back round to you. Breaking news: the US TV shows does include Disney Plus stuff. This changes everything. We're not doing that category, but I just noticed. One Division was number 3 on the list. Anna.
sustainable. Cleaning.
Number 5 on the list.
I am just the god of things.
I am just the god of things.
Sustainable fashion.
Yeah, there's been a lot of
He's
bad
not on the
fashion,
list.
isn't there?
No, not on the list. Pab, your final guess.
I'm sticking on my lockdown trends. Toilet paper
is not on the list. And Anna.
That would have been great, I guess.
Packaging
is not on the list. Even with fashion, Sheepdog, you were far too broad. Far too broad. Your top 10 were... Number 10, activewear. Number 9, pens. Number 8, razors. Number 7, swimwear. Number 6, engagement rings. Number 5, cleaning products. Number 4, sandals. Number 3, denim. Number 2, leather jacket. And number 1, hand soap.
What?
You didn't ask me to be more specific like you did Anna, though, did you?
Sustainable sandals.
Well, I'd already given you swimwear as an
rings.
example, so if you then go with clothes, you already know that swimwear is a subcategory of clothes.
Fair enough.
How is a engagement ring sustainable? Is it the ones that are lab grown?
I am not Google.
I know, but I know Pandora are doing lab grown diamonds now, so maybe that's what.
Well, that's
they mean.
probably exactly that then. Yeah. Right, the next one I love the American categories. They're so much more fun than ours. The next one is near me. So these are searches that ended with near me. So, for example, it could be, I don't know, what's something that you only get in England? Lawn bowling club near me.
Down the road.
So it's things that people have searched for near to them in America. I don't know that that's particularly relevant because any of these could also be in the UK. So I think we go Pab first on this round. We're looking for the category of near me.
Uh,
Come on, Pab.
Vaccine centres.
Number 1 on the list. Anna.
What is near me? As in, Kevin said, cinemas.
Number 3 on the list.
Really?
Yeah,
I get annoyed with
I've
America.
searched for that this year.
Voting stations.
Is not on the list.
They had a freaking election. What's wrong with this country?
They had that in 2020.
Did they?
Yeah.
Frick's sake, I got my years mixed up then, didn't I? Oh, well, my fault.
Or is it their fault for having the election in the wrong year?
I could have sworn that was this year. I apologise, America.
Pabby.
Restaurants.
Is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna.
Open spaces, i.e. parks.
Is not on the list. Sheep dog.
What have we had so far?
Cinema, parks.
COVID vaccines and movies are the 2 that have been on the list, or cinemas.
Drive-throughs.
Is not on the list. Pab.
Theme parks.
Is not on the list. And Anna, to finish this category off.
Near me. What would be near me? Supermarket.
Ooh, good one.
Is not on the list.
Oh, never mind.
So, your top 10 was number 10, buffets near me.
I
Number
always Google
9,
that.
number 9, aquariums near me. More important, supermarkets.
Yeah, when the buffets are shut, you then go to an aquarium and you eat everything there.
Number 8, massage places.
Yeah.
Okay.
To massage out all
Number
the stress after
7,
eating.
COVID boosters. Number 6, brunch. Number 5, bowling. Number 4, bars. Number 3, movies. Number 2, COVID testing. And number 1, COVID vaccine. Can't
Wow.
believe none of you said testing. Like, that's got to be something that you've all searched for this year, presumably.
Didn't even think of testing on any of the other rounds, which you feel like would have been.
No,
a
because
good
we
one
did all
to
our
think of.
testing at home.
Yeah.
Right, you lot are all people of the internet, are you not?
We are indeed.
Sure.
It's everyone's favourite category of every year. It's the meme category.
Oh, God.
What? I don't know what.
Memes.
They all
means.
blur into one, don't they? They all blur into one now.
Yeah, I'm just getting used to 2019 memes.
Well, now we need 2021 memes.
Oh, I don't even know.
I can't even remember who goes first this round. I've lost count.
I went
So
first
back
last
round to
time.
Anna again.
Yeah.
I went first last time.
Anna, what memes have been this year? And you might have to explain them and give more detail, because I'm likely to say no unless you say exactly what's on here. Because I ain't gonna. I don't know what a meme is. Still, I'm nearly 40. This is the last one of these I'm going to do in my 30s.
A meme.
Oh, go on.
I don't know. Dog coins of some sort. Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. He's not on the list. Sheepdog.
Oh God, I've got my years mixed up, so I don't know whether this will count. And I don't know what it'd be written down as. But there was a big meme around the GameStop apes together strong thing because all the apes got together and bought GameStop.
I mean, that was this year, but it's not on the list. Fab.
One that I saw recently, which came back on and said, "Can you believe this is 2021?" And I don't even know if this is a meme. Is it? It's got to be a meme. There's got to be memes out about this. That the Bernie Sanders fella sat in his chair, and there was all sorts of pictures going around of him in different places, wasn't there?
Quite an old one, isn't there?
That came out in January, or whatever it was.
I assume that's the one that's on here as number one in the list. It's described on here as Bernie Sanders mittens.
Yeah,
he sat there with his glove, with his little mittens on. That's right.
Yeah, number one, and that's number one on the list.
Bloody hell, Pab.
Don't worry, it's nothing
Hannah.
else.
If you don't know any memes, you can just pass to get this category away from us. You don't have to sit there pretending you'll remember a meme when you don't know any, if you don't know any.
I've
got one, so pass when you want.
No idea, so don't ask me again. I don't know any.
That's right.
Okay.
You got a point on a meme category a couple of years ago,
Don't
Anna.
just
That's
pass
why I
them
bring
all,
it up
Anna,
every
'cause
year.
The one I'm about to say might be too broad, and Kev might be annoying about it. But the Squid Game meme with the old guy before and after.
Squid Game is number 4 on the list,
Yeah.
so I don't
one.
know anything about it. But yeah, Squid Game is number 4 on the list. Pab,
I don't have one. That was my next one. That was
Anna,
it.
do you have any more?
Oh,
We're
got another
so
one.
old.
I've got another one.
Was there any about that ship that got stuck?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Number 10 on the list.
Yes.
Good one, Anna.
One Division
Suez
Agatha.
Canal. You are?
One Division Agatha Winking.
That means nothing to me, and I don't think it's on the
You know
list.
the One Division that is Agatha all along. Which is that
One
really
Division. I thought you were saying One Division.
No, One Division. That massive wink
No,
she does.
It's not on the list anyway.
What? Shock him.
Pab?
I haven't got. I
excited
literally
for
haven't
that.
got any more.
Right, so your top 10 memes were number 10, Suez Canal. Number 9, Vin Diesel Family. Number 8, Trade Offer. Number 7, Dab Me Up. Number 6, Red Flag. Number 5, Sheesh. Number 4, Squid Game. Number 3, Twisted Tea. Number 2, Hamster. And number 1, Bernie Sanders Mittens.
Nope. I could not name any of them. Maybe the one with the mittens on, because I saw him earlier, but I didn't know who he was or what he was doing. I know he's just.
I guess this is what people have searched for as well. So they've got to be ones that don't make a whole lot of sense as well for you to Google it, haven't they? Surely.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Like, I doubt anyone's
this isn't your
Googling-
10 most popular memes.
Yeah.
This is the 10 most searched for memes.
Yeah, no one's going to search for what I said. One Division Agatha Winking. It's going to be. They'll just get a picture of it, won't they? They'll be going around.
Right, this next one, because I've spent the last hour and a half making you lot look like buffoons, this next one is all about making me look like an idiot when I have to read the top 10 list, because this one is how to pronounce. So this is the top 10 searches
God.
that started with how to pronounce, and then obviously all the ones you don't get, I'm going to have to pronounce. But yeah, top 10 things people might have searched for that they didn't know how to pronounce.
Any callbacks on here, Kevin?
Any what?
Any callbacks on here
What does that mean?
to previous rounds?
I don't think so.
God damn it. God damn it.
It's you up first anyway.
I know it
I
is.
believe.
So you're telling me none of the answers have come up in previous rounds?
I'm looking through the list. One of them has maybe.
Okay.
I don't. It was an incorrect answer from a previous round.
Oh, even worse. Oh, God damn it.
I think you're thinking same as me, Sheepdog.
Well, I'm thinking I literally had to try and look up how to say it, and I talked about the fact that I couldn't say it earlier
Yeah.
in the
Yep.
podcast. So if it's on there, Kev is a swine for misdirecting me because I'm not going to guess it now because he's told me not to.
I haven't said anything of the sort.
You literally have told me not to say it. So if
I
it's
haven't
on there,
said that at all.
so you're telling me to say it now, are you?
I'm not telling you that either. I'm an impartial
You
quiz host.
You told me it was an incorrect answer on a previous question, but the only time we talked about it, it was a correct answer on a question. So you have misdirected me if it is on there.
Or maybe I haven't because it's not. Who knows?
Well,
Maybe
this is
you
it.
should just guess in good faith rather than trying to quiz the quiz.
Well, you know
cheating
me.
monster.
I'm not a cheating monster. I just asked a question and you gave
This is
a
like
confused
trying to
answer.
play Scrabble with you. You're cheating. Just
Play Scrabble
pick a
impeccably.
word that you don't know how to pronounce and then say it.
Well, that's insane. I can't think of words. I pronounce words very well.
One of these is baffling, by the way. When we get to number 2 on the list, I genuinely don't understand. I think I've probably missed a gag.
Oh God, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what happened in America that people might not know how to say. I'm just gonna say insurrection because it happened in America, didn't it?
It is not on the list. Pab.
I'm going to take Sheepdog's one then. Because I don't.
Which is
It's the only thing that
Glass
came
you
to.
have.
It's the only thing that came to mind. How to pronounce Raducanu.
Is not on the list.
Oh, thank God.
That's the only thing that came
Anna.
to mind.
I'm gonna say Doge coins or dog
Is number
coin.
1 on the list.
Really? That's insane. See, I wouldn't have even considered that was hard to.
Anna literally said it wrong like 10
Yeah.
minutes ago.
Wow.
And I corrected it. And then this came up and it's like, oh, okay. That's a bit of a clue.
Yeah, that's mad. Wow. I can't get into the mindset of someone who doesn't know how to say that. I know Anna didn't, but I thought she was being funny when she said it before.
I don't. I have dyslexia and it
man.
doesn't work in my mind, that word.
Do you know what? There's also a word that I saw on the internet the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but it was so ridiculous that it's probably the one Kev was talking about a minute ago. But I've been trying to think of it through the meme one, through loads of things. I don't know. What else is there? I'm going to pass. I'm just going to pass.
Wow. Pab.
I'm just thinking of any names that we've come up with. We know how to say Hancock. What's that guy that was in the
Excuse me.
Is it the how to pronounce the? Is it Rittenhouse? Fella,
The what?
the what's it called?
Kyle Rittenhouse, yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse, yeah.
No, not on the list.
Okay.
Anna,
What are we on?
are you still coughing?
I'm on right now.
How to pronounce still?
How to pronounce. How to pronounce. That word that you said earlier, emancipated.
Is not on the list.
That's what I was going with.
And then one more from Sheepdog.
I've still got nothing. I'm just racking my brain trying to think of anything. How to pronounce Suez Canal?
Is
Good
not
one.
on the list. Did you just say you need to Google that as well? By the
Is
way,
it Suez Canal?
yeah.
I can't remember.
Pab.
How to pronounce?
One of these I've searched for this year.
You've
just
searched
noticed.
for. What
Yeah.
would Kevin search for?
I don't think that's anything like
Yeah,
a clue.
I
I
was
don't think
thinking
that would get you anywhere near it
like-
from that.
I don't know. Trying to think of like some sort of. Is there any foods? Is there any? I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Are you passing then, Pab? You coward.
How to pronounce?
I have one that Kevin might have looked for.
What's that?
I bet
that's
she's.
not
I bet
fair.
she's right as well. I bet she's right.
I'm gonna have to pass. I genuinely can't think of any words that I don't know how to pronounce. So it's really hard.
Anna
Elon Musk's baby.
is remarkably the one that I was hinting at. And how would you know I searched for
Because I
that?
searched it as well.
Okay, that's number
think-
5
I
on the
think we
list.
had a
That
talk
is
about it.
ridiculous. I don't think we ever
I
have
think
talked
we
about
have,
it.
because I went, why is it like that? And then we had a whole shebang.
I don't remember. I do not remember ever talking to you about that. That is baffling that you got that.
I remember it because I could not understand what it was or how it's pronounced. It's very strange. If you don't know, people, go and have a look. It's got
So I think everyone's had their 3 now.
Yeah.
So your top 10, bearing in mind I'm going to get lots of these wrong because they're words that are difficult to pronounce. How to pronounce Kabul? How to pronounce...
bowl.
No, Kabul, as in Pakistan, capital of Pakistan, is it? Or a place in Pakistan? Kabul? Afghanistan, is it?
Okay.
How to pronounce Sawiti?
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Don't know what that
Not a
is.
clue.
How to pronounce Qatar? How to pronounce charcuterie? How to pronounce Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Yep.
which I guess is a person that I've never heard of. And number 5 was how to pronounce Elon Musk's son's name. Number 4, how to pronounce Kamala. Number 3, how to pronounce quinoa, which is the one I thought you were going to come in with because you like quinoa.
I love quinoa. It's great.
Number 2, which is the one I just don't understand, how to pronounce Michael Jackson.
Excuse me?
What?
Michael no, that's got to be a
That's
typo.
kind of
It's on the list.
I'd have just
That must
punched Pab
be
if it
a
got that.
meme of some kind. Number
just
1,
realised
how
you were
to pronounce.
Go on.
Number 1, how to pronounce Dogecoin.
Yes. The dog coin.
Right, we've got one more American category. Video games.
Videos! I like video games. I've been playing video games this week.
So, I should hope so. The scores before we go into video games and then move into the global categories. Sheepdog on 12, Anna and Pab both on 20.
God.
12.
So, is it Sheepdog first in this round, I think? I think it is
wanna
Sheepdog
say,
first
yeah.
this round.
Yeah, go on.
Actually, hold on. We'll let Sheepdog's in last place anyway. He can go first. So, video games searched for in America in 2021. Sheepdog.
Video games.
It's hard, isn't it? 'Cause I don't know what's big over there compared to here, but I'm going to go with obviously Pokemon, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
He's not on the list.
Oh,
Big game,
Oh,
Sheepdog.
such swines.
It's me, is it?
Yeah.
Games that come to mind. Is Valheim on there?
Is number 4 on the list.
Yeah.
Anna.
A lot I've been seeing this year. I really shouldn't have beer. Is Among Us. That is
Is
everywhere.
number 1. Shut up.
that
It's
this
number
year?
1 on the list.
My God, I thought it was last
It
year.
is
Freaking hell.
everywhere.
Still
Yeah.
search for it all
Everywhere
now,
I
innit?
go, that's all I see. Especially in game shops. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it is everywhere. And it's number 1 on the list because of it. Sheepdog.
Does that mean Fall Guys is still a thing?
Are you asking if it's on the
Yeah,
list?
go on.
It is not on the list.
Freaking hell.
Pabby. Come on, Pab.
It's not going to be on here, but I'm going to say it can't be because it wouldn't be on here because it only came out. You said November, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about now.
It
When
goes
this
to-
list is made.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list is sometime in November.
So
late
Halo
November.
wouldn't be up. Halo.
It's not on the list.
Damn it.
Hannah.
Seeing as we're in the Americans, how about NFL?
What would the game be called?
Mad.
Yeah, Madden NFL 22 is number 6 on the list.
Yes.
Wow.
It's just because Andy likes them. And he's American, so.
They like their games like their sports, don't they? So NBA.
He's not on the list. Pabby, your final guess. Oh.
I've got several answers.
Are any of them right, you think? Try and pick one that's most
Evil?
likely to be right.
No!
Yes.
Village?
Be more specific, is number 3 on the list.
Okay.
And Anna, your final guess.
He took my guess.
He's a monster, isn't he? Take one of his then.
This year. This year. Games. This
Video games,
year.
specifically.
What have I played this year? What have I played that'd be on? I haven't played a lot, really.
We established that last week.
Yeah.
No pressure, but you are level on points with Pab at the moment. So if you get one here, you go into the lead going into the final round. Or the final section. So no pressure.
No.
You're not going to get any of these anyway.
I'm looking at
No
my
pressure.
games. I'm like, come on, what's been up this year? No.
I'm going to have to rush you, Anna.
Oh,
This is a games podcast. This category should have been instant. We
Forza.
shouldn't be thinking about this category. Is not more specific.
5?
More specific
Horizon?
is number 5 on the list.
Yes. I win.
Can't believe there's a Pokemon game on the list and Sheepdog didn't get it.
Yeah.
Your top 10 were Friday Night Funkin', which I've never heard of.
Oh, again, Ollie's obsessed with that.
Number 9, Biomutant. Number 8,
why?
Pokemon Unite. Number 7, Outriders. Number 6, Madden NFL 22. Number 5, Forza Horizon 5. Number 4, Valheim. Number 3, Resident Evil Village. Number 2, Battlefield 2042. And number 1, Among Us,
Among Us.
which we are now heading to the global list.
Jesus.
And Anna's in the lead. It's Sheepdog on 12, Hab on 22, Anna on 23. Because we've now got to zoom out globally, I think Pab probably needs to put another advert in here. It's a long podcast. We can have extra adverts. And we're going global, Pabby.
Global. I'm going to drink every time we do one of these, I think.
You've got to leave a gap for the advert, Anna, so you've got to stop talking for a minute. There we go. Right, we have gone global. And we've got 5 categories in global before we go to the double points bonus round. And Anna's not going to be in the lead for much longer because the first category on global is sports teams.
No.
Look, this was pre-planned.
No. That's not fair.
I have deliberately structured this category so that it's fair because you've got 2 sporty ones, 2 Anna-y ones, and a news one. So your categories you've got coming, I'm going to give you all 5 categories now so you can break your brains and get you thinking.
Okay.
You've got sports teams, you've got songs, you've got athletes, you've got actors, and you've got news. They're your global categories. But we're starting off with sports teams. Pab is up first.
No.
Oh,
Does it
no.
include
So
like international teams?
these
Kev?
are
Sorry.
the 10... The what?
Does this include like international teams or specific?
No.
Okay.
These are the top 10 most searched for sports teams in the world. But they are, as far as I can tell, none of them are international teams of any sport.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm up first, aren't I?
You are
Barcelona.
number 4 on the
swine.
list. Anna,
Italy.
what?
Italy.
We just said there's no international teams.
I don't know what that means.
No countries
Italy.
are on the list.
What, Barcelona's
Newcastle
not
United.
is not one.
Barcelona is a football club. It's a city. It's not a
Oh, shut
country. Sheepdog
Newcastle United.
is not on the list.
Are you freaking serious? I hate this
Global
quiz.
sheepdog. Global.
Yeah, they're the richest club in the world, Pab. I really hate this list.
Think the Americans care.
People are stupid.
Puffy?
Real Madrid.
Number 1 on the list. Anna
AC Milan.
is not on the
Not
list.
a bad guess.
Sheepdog
Liverpool.
are not on the list.
Heads.
Pabby
Oh my god. Who's
Listen to him thinking.
PSG?
Number 3 on the list.
Pab's got 1, 2, and 3.
Who did he say?
No, he's number two hasn't been got. He's got the rest of the top 4. Paris Saint-Germain is the one he just did. Number 2 on the list is still up for grabs. Anna?
So not international, so they're not like England and stuff.
That's correct.
What about England teams? Is that a thing?
There are English teams on the list, yes.
Chelsea.
Number 2 on the
Yes,
list.
you.
I nearly went with them when I said Liverpool.
I mean, Champions League winners.
no,
you had to go with the
exactly,
Champions League
yes.
winners.
Well, in Manchester City, because they won
And
the
number
league.
10 on the
Yes,
list.
finally.
So your top 10 were Manchester City, Number 9, Sao Paulo. Number 8, Boston Red Sox. Number 7, Corinthians. Number 6, LA Lakers. Number 5, Palmeiras. Number 4, Barcelona. Number 3, Paris Saint-Germain. 2, Chelsea. Number 1, Real Madrid. So this is very much going to be an Anna category because I can't imagine Pab or Sheepdog getting any songs that are on this list unless you are both younger and cooler than I think you are.
I'm down with the kids.
So I think Anna's first. So top 10 songs globally this year. I don't even know if you're going to get any of these. I have not heard of a single one of these. Anna.
Hold on a minute.
See, I don't know what year stuff comes out after time. Do you know what I mean? So
I mean, the way music works now, it might even be that it doesn't matter when the song came out. It's when they got big on TikTok.
I was about to say, I'm going to go TikTok
I don't know.
with this, and one of the big ones is on there is "Good for You." Good for you, you're
By
happy
who?
and I have no idea. I just know it's on TikTok.
And there is a song called "Good for You" on here, so I'll give you that. Number 6, "Good for You" by Olivia Rodrigo.
Wouldn't know her name.
Sheepdog
Anna mentioned WAP earlier.
is not on the list.
Okay.
Pab.
Oh, I don't know then. I don't do TikTok.
Oh, you must do TikTok. It's a glorious place.
Yeah.
I could
You're
spend
old.
hours on there.
There you go. She literally does.
I do.
spend
I
hours on
love
there, so it's not that
TikTok.
she could. That's basically her job.
Oh God, I don't know. Just something by Taylor
He's
Swift.
so
though.
old he can't name a single
I
song.
genuinely don't know the names of the songs.
Here
I can
comes
tell you
Grandad.
people.
Tell me some people then, Pabby.
Taylor Swift.
Not on the list.
Okay, there you go.
Anna.
Celine Dion is new. He's big on there at the moment.
You what?
Oh, coming back to me now.
Well, obviously not on the list.
It's on there.
You think a song by Celine
I
Dion would
swear
have been the
to
most
God, if
would
you
be in the
put
top
in-
10 most Googled
if-
songs
if-
in the world this year? You think people are Googling that?
I would think so. It is massive on TikTok.
No, it's not on this. Sheepdog.
I saw a. See, I don't know if this guy's even current. I'm sure it was on a TikTok. It was a song. I can't remember the name of the song, but it was by Jason Derulo.
He's not on the list.
Okay.
Wasn't he around when I was a teenager?
Yeah, I'm sure it was him. I might have got the name wrong, to be fair. It was something like that.
Ab.
So I'm gonna go based on solely on songs that I've seen in Fortnite this year. No, I'm quite fond of this. I got this. Is the Macarena on there?
It is not on the list.
No.
I think you got to try and
I don't know
aim for
modern
songs
stuff.
released this decade at least, this
Okay.
century.
So it's, right.
Ada. They're probably all songs that have been released this year. I have no idea. There's nothing on here I recognise. I would like to think you all know I'd recognise several of the ones you've mentioned. There is
Googled-
nothing on this list I've ever heard of.
I looked up my one because I wanted to check that it was definitely Jason Derulo. It was a song where his line was "This girl's straight and this girl's not," and girls were coming out with it all year. There was a thing that I saw on Facebook, but
Yeah, that
it probably
was a
is
thing.
an old song. Yeah.
Facebook, all right, Grandad.
No. Well,
Oh,
yeah. Well, sorry, it was a someone had shared a TikTok on Facebook. Oh, I'm so old. I need to get off there.
Did they take a picture of their camera of something they saw on Instagram to show you as well, Grandad?
Probably.
Anna.
My new favourite lady is Doja Cat with Woman. Woman, woman, woman.
Is not on the list.
Kevin likes that song, don't you?
You lot are so old. Sheepdog, any chance? I mean, I don't know why I'm asking.
Can we get
We
away
might
with just
have to-
naming artists now, or does it
You'll
have-
probably still fail.
I mean, my daughter's suddenly in. I mean, she's miles out of date with this, I think, but she's suddenly starting to listen to BTS.
Can you give me a song they've done?
Oh, God damn it. I was listening to several of them with her the other day.
You know what? I'm going to give you it. There's only one on the list. You're so far behind. You can have Butter by BTS is on the list, so you can have
I
that.
need to go and listen to Butter. Jeez.
Pab.
I haven't got one.
Butter.
BTS
No.
was my next one.
No, Sheepdog's claimed
Damn
BTS. So nothing for
No,
you, Pab.
nothing.
Now, old Grandad Kev has got to read through these songs
please
and
do.
artists. And, I mean, a lot of these aren't words. I'm very confused. We've got number 10, Good Days by SZA. Number 9, Weller Man by Nathan Evans. Number 8, Jalebi Baby by Tesha. This is why I should be on Radio 1 doing the chart. Number 7, Butter by BTS. Number 6, Good For You, with the number 4 and the letter U, and no capital letters. I hate everything about this song title, by Olivia Rodrigo. Number 5, MAPA by SB19. 4, Fancy Like by Walker Hayes. Number 3, Industry Baby by Lil Nas X featuring Jack Harlow. Number 2, Montero brackets Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas X. And number 1, Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. Again, no capital letters. That girl
Big
needs
year
to
for Lil
learn
Nas.
capital letters.
What, not even
And
her
Olivia
name?
Rodrigo. Her name has capitals,
okay.
her song titles don't, apparently. Which is troublesome.
Kids don't know what nouns are.
So, now going into athletes,
God.
Anna has drawn level with Pab again after his excellent sports team round. It's Sheepdog on 14, Anna and Pab both on 25. He's tight at the top this year, Sheepdog in a relegation battle with himself. So the next category is athletes, but I can't find it. So maybe I've made this up. Hold on. Oh, no, there it is. So athletes, this is obviously the American definition of athletes, i.e. people who do sport, not just people who do athletics. So this is the top 10 most searched. Anna, don't say anything. You're not up first. The top 10 most searched for sports people of 2021. And we start with Sheepdog. This is globally top 10 most searched for sports people.
I don't know how global things are. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go with Raducanu because I've said her every
Number
other
4 on the list.
Yes.
Is she your favourite woman or something?
She's my favourite woman because she taught me a funny word and I really enjoyed watching her
Her
play
name?
tennis. Yeah, well,
Old racist Sheepdog. Her name's a funny word.
okay, but I apologise for that if that was offensive. Not if it was, it probably was. So I'm sorry, but but no, she was really fun watching that final. She was really really good. So yeah, I'm glad that I remembered it.
Abby,
Ericsson, Christian.
number 1 on the list. Anna. Anna, are you there?
I'm here. I'm growling.
Good. I mean, you're not going to get any of these, so just say any words and I'll say no.
Lady in Olympics. She did gymnastics. Her name began with an S.
Keep going.
That's and she had to quit. Can that be enough of a
Keep
description?
going.
I don't know her name.
No.
I just liked watching it, and then she wasn't in it.
If you can't even give me one of her names, then I can't give you it. Sheepdog
Simon.
Ronaldo.
is not on the list.
Oh god damn it.
Abby.
I'm struggling to think of athletes globally.
Stop struggling and get a wriggle on.
I'm struggling.
Come on, Pab. Come on, Pab. Name some athletes, Pab. Come on, Pab. Come on, Pab. Name some athletes, Pab.
Tiger Woods.
Number 2 on the list.
Oh, I was thinking to myself just then, I had my eyes shut, and I was like, Tiger Woods is always on this, but did he do anything this year? I don't think he did. I'm not going to say Tiger
Started
Woods.
making a comeback, yeah.
Did I
Anna.
miss anything? I had to go and let the dog, and he was crying at the door.
No.
Who said what when I was gone?
I mean, Pab said Tiger Woods. You're still not going to get anyone on this list, so let's not spend a lot of time on it. Unless you've remembered her name from
I
before.
want to say Simone.
You know what? I will give you it now. Simone is enough because you've described her adequately.
Yeah, no.
Simone Biles is number 3 on the list.
So we've had her, Ericsson, Raducanu. Oh God, what other
Woods.
events have happened this year? Woods, yeah.
Yeah, you've had the top
What
4.
about... Oh, I've already
You
gone.
shush, woman.
Oh, what else has happened this year? I mean, God, Jack Grealish.
Is not on the list.
Fancy
And
hair.
Pabby.
Djokovic.
Is not on the list. Who went first this round?
Sheepdog.
Me,
He went for
because I went with
Raducanu.
Yep.
So Anna gets one more then.
Oh, for goodness.
I repeat, you're not going to get anyone on this
Lewis
list.
Hamilton.
Is not on the list.
Guess.
And Sheepdog? No,
I went
Sheepdog was first,
that's
wasn't
right,
he?
yep.
Yeah, so your top 10 was number 10, Tyson Fury. Number 9, Rafael Nadal. Number 8, Odell Beckham Jr. Number 7, Shohei Otani. Number 6, Neeraj Chopra. Number 5, Henry Ruggs III. Number 4, Emma Raducanu. 3, Simone Biles. 2, Tiger Woods. 1, Christian Eriksen. I've not heard of many of them. Right, this next one is the category that I decided was the Anna category to balance all the sports ones. So this is actors, including actresses.
I don't watch a lot of
I
films.
think.
You watch more films than I do.
But you have heard of people's names. So we've got remaining categories: actors, news, and then overall, which is worth double points. The Sheepdog's on 15, Anna's on 26, and Anna's 26, Pab's 27. So it is tight, and Pab's going first on the actors category.
Okay. Alec Baldwin.
Number 1 on the list.
No.
Anna. She's gone very quiet.
I couldn't tell you.
Well, then
I
pass.
don't want to pass.
We've been going 2 hours. You can pass if you can't think of anyone.
No. I don't.
You can't think of a single actor from anywhere in the
Not by
world.
name. I don't even know what Wanda's real name is.
So you've not seen any movies anywhere in the world
Tom
ever,
Holland.
and you can't think of is not on the list. Sheepdog
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
is not on the list. Pab.
Like 2 things this year. God.
I want to say the fella who was in the Shang-Chi films. What's he
You're
called?
gonna have to tell me his name then.
Simu Liu? Was it something
He's
like
not
that?
on the list.
Oh, what a shame.
Anna.
Emily Blunt.
Is not on the list. Sheepdog
Scarlett Johansson.
is not on the list. Pab.
Just running through my Marvel movies that have come out.
I wouldn't bother. Any of you wouldn't bother with that.
Oh. Oh, don't do that. Movies that have come out this year. I don't know. Dale Craig.
Looking at the few from this list I've heard of, I don't know how relevant movies
Okay, so
coming
Daniel
out
Craig's
is
not on
to
it then.
this. No.
Okay.
Anna.
Emma Stone. No.
He's not on the list.
Not Garfield. Andrew Garfield.
Is also not on the list. And Sheepdog
Keanu Reeves.
is not on the list. So
But
your
then
top
this
10
wasn't
were...
anything to do with me, was it, Kevin? You rely.
Well, you know about actors.
No,
Number
I
10,
don't.
Brenda
Never
Song.
heard of them.
Let me do the list. Number 10, Brenda Song. Number 9, Dave Chappelle. Number 8, Elliot Page. Number 7, Shenaz Gill. Number 6, Carmen Salinas. Number 5, Armie Hammer. Number 4, Gina Carano. Number 3, Aryan Khan. Number 2, Pete Davidson. Number 1, Alec Baldwin.
9 out of
know who any of
them.
them are,
Not
really.
a clue. I know who
Yeah, that
Alec
was terrible,
Baldwin
Kev.
is.
I've heard of Gina Carano.
You had a shocker there, Chapman.
But it's you lot who don't know anything about movies or music, you uncultured swine.
you?
Glad Geek Culture Radio didn't happen.
Someone should make Kevin do it and see how far
I'm
he
looking
gets.
at American actors to see if that was a better list, to see if you'd got any more points. No, you wouldn't have done, because the American top 10, number 10, Dog the Bounty Hunter, 9, Olivia Wilde, 8, Bo Burnham, 7, Dave Chappelle, 6, Jake Gyllenhaal, 5, Armie Hammer, 4, Gina Carano, 3, Shailene Woodley, 2, Pete Davidson, 1, Alec Baldwin. You lot just don't know anything about actors.
What has Alec Baldwin been in this year?
He shot a woman.
Yes, but you said...
I said movies weren't relevant. I said actors. Don't focus too much on movies that have come out.
Well, I did, because I didn't hear that.
Goodness me. It's like having 2 sheepdogs. No one's allowed to drink when we do podcasts from now on.
This is the first drink I've had
right.
this Christmas.
It's the second one you've had this evening.
This Christmas.
So, you could have had it any other day. Right, news. This is global news. Let's try and get through this quickly so we can all go to bed. I think we're back round to Anna being first. So this is Global News Stories 2021. Anna.
COVID. 19.
Number 9 on the list.
Yeah.
Sheepdog.
Oh, God. The Suez Canal.
Is not on the list. Pab.
Vaccines?
Is number 3 on the list. Anna.
The European Football Tournament.
Is not on the list. Sheepdog.
Can say it before Pab says it. Alec Baldwin.
Is not on the list.
Swine.
Pab.
I want to say the Capitol riots.
Not on the
I was going
list.
to say, I swear to God, I'm just going to go if that comes up.
Anna, your last guess.
Here's the
Yeah, it just turned into Siri.
Siri almost read out Anna's phone number.
No! News. You said news, didn't
Yes, I did.
you? That couldn't...
Good thing is, Pab's going to edit this down to a tight 30 minutes and get all these arms out.
Yeah.
The planes, the dogs.
What the hell are you saying?
We saw it yesterday on the side of a building.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Planes. Afghanistan.
Just pass.
Number 1 on the list is Afghanistan. I do not understand where planes and dogs come into
Because
that.
there was dogs that needed rescuing. And a man got a plane and brought dogs home, and then we saw it on the wall yesterday in Peterborough.
I don't know how you got to the number 1 on the list from planes and dogs. And all of a sudden you picked the number 1 news story in the world this year.
Yes!
Sheepdog. Firstly, how does that make you feel?
Yeah.
And secondly, sheepdog.
We've had, what, COVID, vaccines?
You've had COVID vaccine, and Afghanistan.
I don't know whether to go down the COVID route more.
He's waiting for me to tell him whether or
No,
not
I'm
you
not.
should.
I'm not.
I'm not going to tell him whether or not you should.
I'm just thinking like COVID Delta variant should have been in the news.
Hey, get down.
Go on.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's not on the list. And Pabby.
Oh, he's gone with Alec Baldwin, hasn't he?
Do you want to double check? I might have
No,
misread.
I'm fairly certain he said Alec Baldwin because that was one of mine, and I forgot. News.
Yes, news.
I feel like global chip shortages.
Is not on the list.
Just thinking
So
about
your
that.
top 10 you could have had here. Number 10, Ethereum price.
What is Ethereum?
Number 9, It's cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Number 9, COVID. Number 3, Hurricane Ida. Number 7, the Georgia Senate race. Number 3, stimulus checks. Number 5, GME stock. Number 4, Dogecoin. Number 3, the COVID vaccine. Number 2, AMC stock. And number 1, Afghanistan. That means going into the final double points round, Sheepdog's on 15, Anna's on 28, Pab's on 29.
Pab's not allowed.
Guesses in this final round count double.
He's not allowed to answer anymore. I'm gonna.
Not only is he allowed to answer, is he up first? In fact, no, it's Sheepdog up first in the final. But this is total global searches in 2021. So this encompasses everything that we've talked about so far. But just to really throw a spanner in the works, more than half the list of things nobody's said yet.
Wow.
So
I'll
Sheepdog
kick things off
up
with COVID,
first
shall I?
is not on the list. I think I just heard him. I just heard him collapse. Did you hear that intake of breath, that swallow, that sucking of the teeth? He can't. I mean, why is it not on the list? Nobody knows.
Hate this.
But no,
I've not enjoyed this, Kevin.
I feel like this
2
every
hours of my
year.
life. I should have been in bed
I've
an hour
enjoyed it
ago.
more than ever.
I've really not enjoyed this.
The Euros.
Oh, go
It's
away!
number 5 on the
You
list.
stupid
I think
man.
that probably wins the game for Pab. Because looking at the rest of the list. Anna. Anna?
I'm thinking. You
You have to let me know you've
I'm
heard me, that you've not gone to sleep or
I'm
something.
thinking.
Don't think too hard, because it isn't going to help, I don't think.
So we have and we haven't talked about things. Is that what you have said this evening?
Almost all of this we haven't talked
Are you
about.
sure?
Yes, I've been here the whole time, and I've not been
Insane.
drinking.
How can these be the top Googled things and they're not in any of the categories? What did?
Because most of them probably weren't in the UK or the US.
Searches for this year.
Just say something.
Squid Game.
Because you got to. It's number 9 on the
Mother
list.
truckers!
Unbelievably, you got the other one that we've made. I think everything else now is stuff that nobody's mentioned.
I was waiting for Anna to be like, "Oh, I don't know," and then I was going to smash him with Squid Game because I was convinced. So I'm really disappointed now.
Oh, that means there's still only 1 point between Anna and Pab. If either of them pull something out of nowhere, this is going to be incredible. Sheepdog.
God, we haven't even touched on from this year. So
I mean, there's stuff that we've flirted with a little bit, but none of these have been answers to previous questions.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go for a really weird one, and I might even get the name wrong. But the James Webb Telescope
It's not on the list.
What?
we launched that. It's a fancy telescope we launched like a week ago, but it's all year. They've been delaying it constantly, and basically the point of it is it can look in 2 directions at once. And it's going to look at the start of the universe, like I can see so far and so well. It's going to hopefully.
You really, really think too much of people.
I know people suck.
When you hear this top
I was
10.
interested in
Just
that.
better
It
than
was. I don't
everybody.
know how.
Exactly.
I don't-
But the rest of the world don't care. They're interested in the things that they search for here, and there's nothing even close to that.
Yeah, I'm just too
Nothing
clever.
that would even.
Too
If you
clever.
had a set of encyclopedias, this one not only wouldn't be in the same book, none of these would be in the same book, they wouldn't be on the same end of the shelf. Everything on this list is so far away from that. Just think of the opposite
All right,
of that,
Chapman, stop
and you
rubbing
might
it
have a
in.
chance. I'm trying to help you all.
Have another go then. Too clever.
No.
Sheepdog went for COVID stuff, didn't he? And it's
Yeah.
you're basically saying it's nothing like that.
Absolutely is what I'm saying.
Oh. I'm trying to think of stuff. So if you're saying it's not really US and UK stuff, so I'm thinking, is the stuff like African based, Australian based, like was there a
Has he gone? Oh,
was there a cricket World
I'm just
Cup?
whistling. Going to need you to be more specific.
I know one cricket thing, but I'm not going to tell him.
T20s.
That's what I was.
Number 8 on the list.
Oh, wow.
It's the only one I could think of. I was like, I don't know what the other World Cups are called.
Anna.
It's all on Anna now, isn't it?
Anna needs 2 correct answers
I'm
now.
not going to get them. I'm just going to say England and Denmark.
He's not on the list. Sheepdog.
I mean, it's a bit pointless me going, isn't it? But the G26, or whatever it's called.
Nope. Pabby, have you got one more?
England versus Australia.
Is not on the list. And Anna
COP26.
is not on the list.
You said
I think
G
what we all
something.
need to remember for next year, if we take nothing else from this, is almost all of the global searches apparently are from India.
What?
The top 10, number 10, DMX. Number 9, Squid Game. Number 8, the T20 World Cup. Number 7, India versus New Zealand. Number 6, Copa America. Number 5, Euro 2021. Number 4, NBA. Number 3, IPL. Number 2, India versus England. Number 1, Australia versus India. Which means I didn't do the searches. It's not my fault that it was all India. Which means the final scores this year, we can't not do overall global searches as the final category. That's the rule. It's always been the way.
You could pick some
not-
that aren't
it's not my
mental in
fault.
future. Like, I'm not going to have to learn an entire culture and language to get the answers next time, please.
Yeah, don't say- don't say
Indian
it's
cricket
an-
matches are on this list every
Don't
year.
say it's an Anna round when it's nothing to do for me.
Well, that last one wasn't an Anna
No, but
round.
the
I
actors-
assumed you would know about actors. You're a girl.
Okay, I don't normally have to say this to you, but you shat the bed this year, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, actors,
I did.
songs,
Look, I
memes.
picked. These are the
TV
categories
shows.
we do every year.
Oh, I might do American TV. That's got too many shows
hey,
you've seen in
sheepdog,
it. That was
sheepdog.
what you said.
Right. The problem we've got here, this isn't me, because I've done the same categories I've done for the last 11 years.
them,
Do you know what? Do you know what's happened over the last 11 years?
Got old.
You've got old and out of touch.
Yeah, so change the
You,
categories to matches.
you knew this stuff. There aren't any. These are all the categories. This is all there is. The only one I left out was dead people.
Dead people, TV shows. We'd have remembered them.
We did TV shows.
We didn't do American, though, did we?
Well, we're not in America, you buffoon. We did the UK ones where we
But
live.
you made us
But
do
we
US
watched American
games.
programs.
Yes.
It's not my problem.
You're a moron, Chapman.
You should watch English TV.
Wrap it up.
Brexit means Brexit. Final scores. Sheepdog 15, Anna 30, Pab 33. It was close, but
That was
Pab
close.
still cheated to
I'll be
victory
honest, I don't know how I got that many points.
Cheat.
because you kept
I
saying
thought
Alec
Anna was winning,
Baldwin.
if I'm honest with you. Most of that.
It was basically between Alec Baldwin and Matt Hancock.
Matt
That's how you two
Hancock.
ended up so far ahead of him. That's all it was. Two gentlemen that you both remembered all year. But we will wrap it up there. We won't have to do this again now until next year. We do have to do it next year, of course. And I'm still excited about the mid-year retro
Oh,
one
God,
that I
no.
promised you all.
That'll go well.
No.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
you do it for
actually,
like 2003? Because we'll probably all be
I
the
was
right
going to
age
say, if I do the one from when you lot were young enough to be cool, I mean, just picking one here, if we look at 2008 in the UK, the top searches were Facebook, eBay, games, Bebo. You'd get these, YouTube. This is how naive we all were.
Oh God, people were dumb then,
eBay.
weren't they?
Yeah, that's what this. You've just not moved with the times. If we go back to 2015, which I mean, this is obviously a show we've done in the past, but I'm going to pick actors from 2015 just to prove a point. It's not me. It's not the categories. It's you lot getting old. So if I go to United States and actors from 2015, it's just loading up now, and we've got. Charlie Sheen, Bill Cosby, Taylor Kinney, Scott Eastwood, James Earl Jones, Tom Holland, Eddie Redmayne, Gary Busey, Randy Quaid, Tracy Morgan. You would have got more. Actresses is a whole separate list back then. You'd have got loads of them. You've just got old. You old people.
I think a quiz master would have massaged the quiz to work.
There was in 2015. There was a category of dog questions. That's not in it anymore.
See?
Number 5: how to keep puppy from eating poop.
Did we ever get an
we go.
answer?
No, people don't need to search for it anymore. There apparently. But we will wrap that up there, boys and girls. We'll be back to video games next week. Breaking news, I have now played Guardians of the Galaxy, which we did declare our game of the year, so I'll tell you all about that next week. It's a new game I discovered this past week. And other than that, find us on Twitter at MGUK Podcast or me at Lelujo.
And I'm at RB6K.
I'm at Miss Lelujo.
And I'm at Pab 1986.
And we will see you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Ta-ra.
Thanks for listening, folks.